Hey, it's Bruce Miller. It's the Sioux City Journal, and it's good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Hi.
Question for you. How does your dynamic change this year with politics becoming such a big thing? Are you guys a bigger set of players back at the ranch, or is politics pulling you in that direction as well?
Hmm. Okay, well, I get in trouble with spoilers, but I think,
I'm the spoiler police.
yeah, to look to Luke to make sure I'm doing okay. Yeah, I think, yes, it looks like we could play a bigger role in the ranch.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if John's got to go have some bigger responsibilities for the state, there's someone's got to take over, kind of like managing things at home, and a lot of people get bigger responsibilities because of that.
How about between the two of you? She's pregnant.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think with Monica, I mean, Casey's always been, a very kind of reluctant heir, but I think she realizes that her future and the future of her children are a part of the Dutton Ranch legacy, whether she likes it or not.
Sure. Yeah, how close is the real Montana to the Dutton Montana?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot less murder. It's a little less dramatic. Kevin Costner doesn't live there, I guess. But I think the something that Taylor tries to do is be really authentic to the Western, way of life, but also, kind of making the world sort of its own and really kind of raising the stakes. But all of the cowboy stuff and the cattle ranching stuff, they try to make sort of as real as possible.
How good were you both at doing all that riding and roping and all that stuff before you got in?
Well, I'm an excellent roper. Why are you laughing?
Sorry.
No, I'll hand it off.
Oh, I didn't do any of that stuff. And it's still, I mean, it's one of those things. If you don't start learning that when you're tiny, it's nearly impossible to become really good at roping. But, they got us out there trying and learning stuff and riding horses all the time. And so we're doing our best, but I wouldn't say we're real cowboys by any stretch.
You yell, stand in, come on, it's time. And then
Yeah.
you disappear.
Not stand-in, stunt double. The stand-in probably would be worse.
Excellent. When you started this series, what did you think it was going to be? Did you think it would be this huge? Because I bet you can't go somewhere without somebody asking a Yellowstone question.
Yeah, I don't think we expected it to be like this. It's been really wild. But I think from day one, we always thought this could be something special.
And really, though, is it more than you ever could have imagined? Because I bet it really does dominate your life in terms of just even the way people approach you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think you don't ever go into any job. My concern, I think, for most actors is like, I want to do this part really well. I'm going to really research this thing and make sure I understand the headspace. I've never gone into a job thinking like, how is this going to affect my lifestyle? And with this one, it was the first time where it really, really did. Things are, a little different now than they were going into this. And I don't think you could ever see that coming, expect that to happen. It happens when it happens. And I'm just so thankful it's for something that I really like. It would be terrible to be recognized every day for something that maybe you weren't that into.
I can't tell you how many people I had as trick-or-treaters who came as somebody from Yellowstone. It was
my goodness.
What is this? A little kid with a hat on and a beard, and you're thinking, are you ripped?
Oh,
is that who you're I'm not quite sure what the whole process is with all of that. But you have a great son on this show who is really good. What's that relationship like for the two of you?
Yeah, we do. Thank you for recognizing him. Because Brecken's really grown up on this show, and he's really alongside these, heavyweights. A lot of his scenes are with Kevin Costner. And so I think it's been just such a joy to watch him grow up, and he's so good in those scenes as well. So I mean, now he's taller than I am, so it's crazy.
Yeah, but please tell him he's a good little actor. I think he's really great, and he makes some of those scenes really work. I think it's
Totally.
and there's one in the first episode that, you know what I mean? It breaks your heart. So
Oh, and that's really his moment, it's and it's really from his perspective. And yeah, I was a proud TV mama that day.
yeah, what was it like playing pregnant?
Oh my goodness. I had the biggest baby bump. My baby bump is so big.
It's huge, right?
Yeah. I was completely immobile. No, it was great practice.
Yeah, well, it looked real, but I think it'd be extra weight to carry around, a little too much, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I was very sweaty.
How has this changed this show? Sorry. How has this show changed the view of Native Americans? Has it made a big impact?
Yeah, I think that what is so special about Taylor Sheridan's West is that it puts two groups of people in conversation with each other. So it's able to actually highlight important issues in a way that can, speak to the hearts and minds of people. And that's a powerful tool.
And you worked with him before. You were on Wind River, right?
Yeah.
Did you get a sense of that? Oh, Yellowstone is coming.
Yeah, when he called me about it, and I was just over the moon because Wind River was such a special and important project to me. So just to kind of continue in his world was a real privilege. And alongside, we use the same crew as well. So
oh wow, it's like family then.
Yeah.
Luke, what is it like being in that family that seems so high pitched? I mean, come on, you don't get more out there than Beth, right?
Yeah, I think Casey, like what separates him from the rest of his family is he's very vulnerable compared to the rest of the Duttons. They're very powerful. They sort of say what they want and go after what they want. And Casey sort of feels things, and you can sort of read his emotions on his sleeve. He seems to sort of be like the bleeding heart of the family. But he also really loves that family, and he loves his own family. And that is sort of like the crux of where he always finds himself, is between these two things.
I think though it must be really fun to be with the ranch hands. They look like the best people to be around. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would love to go to the parties that they go to.
Absolutely, man. The real cowboys on our set, the Wranglers, and then there's some real cowboys peppered into the bunkhouse. Like some of those guys are actually legit badass cowboys. It's so fun to hang out with them. They're great guys, and they're always down to teach us things and really patient with us actors.
So are you good at roping?
No,
you aren't.
No,
No, that's me.
Oh, sorry. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's really good at that, right? When you look at this, how long can Yellowstone go? I mean, do you think that there will be an end within 2 years? Or do you say this thing could go forever?
I don't know. I don't think it'll be like
time.
one of those shows that like goes past its due date. You see some of that sometimes that happens on TV where something gets so big, and then now there's just superfluous season after season after season of just sort of trying to keep this thing going. And I don't think our show will do that. I think, Taylor would not let that happen. So I don't think it'll go too long. It'll be just right.
What is it for you guys to be with Kevin? What's that like?
What is it to be with Kevin?
Yeah, when you're in a scene with him, when you're just around him, because certainly his character has this larger than life characteristic, but I would wonder if he'd be that same way in real life. I have a feeling he's more down to earth.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's it's like a movie star that they don't really make anymore. You know, there's something you're very in awe, but also he's someone that, you know, really loves his work. And I think that's very infectious. And I have a couple of really powerful moments this season with him that I just loved.
Well, it's the first episode is unbelievable. So congratulations. And I kept waiting for you guys, and then I got you guys. And then it was like really powerful. So thank you so much. Have a great year, and let's see you back next year.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Nice to talk to you.